Hey y'all, Miles here. I thought it might be fun to do a Let's Solve a Sudoku as an ASMR video. So I guess first things first is a quick primer for those who maybe don't know or don't remember what a Sudoku is. A Sudoku is a type of logic puzzle. So as you can see before us, we've got one large square here, and that square is broken up into 9 sub-squares. Each one of those squares is also in turn broken up into 9 smaller squares as well. And what our goal is here is to fill all of these small squares with the numbers 1 through 9. There is kind of a few rules we have to follow. First things first, we can't repeat a number in a subsquare. So as we can see in this number, in this square, we are already given the numbers 1, 9, 7, 4, and 6. That means we're not going to be reusing any of those numbers in that same square. They've already been given to us. Likewise, and similarly, we cannot repeat a number in any of the rows or any of the columns. And that obviously goes across subsquares. So anyways, kind of with that out of the way, let me get my trusty Blackwing here and give it a quick little sharpen, and we are going to be good to go. We love a nice fine pencil point. Always important. Okay, so first things first, I usually like to just kind of take stock of what I'm working with here. What am I dealing with this puzzle? So first thing I notice is a lot of these squares have quite a few given numbers already. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these already have 5 numbers filled in, which is pretty great. Obviously that means that leaves these 3 that only have 2 numbers given, so they're going to be a little bit trickier to fill in. We're going to have to wait till we learn a little more knowledge from the other squares. So I guess first things first, let's just pick one of these and go from there. So let's start in the bottom left. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, so let's start with 1. So this one here tells us that there can't be any 1s there in either of these 2 squares. And this one here says there's no 1s in these, so that means this leaves this to be the only square where 1 can be possible. Looky there, we got our first number. Alright, let's see, then the number 2, can we do that? So this tells us there can't be any 2s there. This tells us no 2s here, so that at least rules it down to these 2 squares. I'm going to make a note of that. Okay, then 3, 4, 5, and 6 we already have. Number 7, we don't know about any of the 7s in any of these, so that doesn't rule anything out. So we're just going to not bother to make a note of it. See, number 8, so no 8's here, no 8's there, so 8 could be in either of these. Alright, so we got one number filled in. That's at least a little progress, but we're going to have to wait till we get some more information on the surrounding squares before we can continue with this guy. So let's move on to the next one. Let's see, we've already got 1 and 2, so then 3. 3 can't be here, 3 can't be here, so 3 is going to have to be one of these. We have 4, we have 5, let's see, 6. 6 can't be these, 6 can't be these. That leaves this to be the only square that a 6 can go. Nice. Alright, number 7, similarly, 7 can rule out there, but still we have at least 2 possible places that 7 could show up, so still not sure where that goes yet. Then the number 8, so no 8's there, and no 8's, that's all we can rule out. I'm going to go ahead and wait to note that down then. We could go already here, but again, this is one of the squares that we only have 2 numbers given to us. I'm going to go ahead and hold off. I imagine we probably won't be able to really fill much in here until I learn a lot more information. So let's go up to here. So we already have 1, 2, and 3. Can we do 4? So 4 is not in any of these. And that seems to be it. So we'll make a note. 4's got to be in at least one of those two squares. Okay, we already have 5. Let's look at 6. 6 can't be in either of those. 6 can't be in those. And 6 can't be in these, so that's got to be our 6. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright, number 7. That's quick and easy, look at that. So 7's not going to be in any of those, so that's the only place that the 7 can go. And in turn, we've erased the only other place that the 4 could have been, so that means that the 4 is going to have to be here. Alright, that means that leaves just one empty square, since we already have the numbers. Hello to the car driving by outside. Hi, thanks for stopping by. Anyways, as I was saying, we already have the numbers 1 through 8 here, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill this in with 9. Alright, look at that. We've got our first subsquare completed. That's pretty good progress. We're going to go ahead and skip over this one for now, because again, it only has 2 numbers given to us, and let's move on to here. So, let's start with 1. 1's not going to be any of these. 1's not any of those, so that just leaves 1 to be in one of these 2 spots. Okay. Then we've got 2. Move those. Still doesn't super narrow it down, but we can at least note 2 can't, or 2's got to be in one of those 2 spots. We already have 3. 4. That doesn't help us. 4 right there. So 4 is going to have to be in one of these 3. I usually like to only notate when it's either 1, when it's down to just like 2 or less squares that a number has to be, or if I'm at a point where I'm starting to get a little stuck, and then I just really start notating and notating. But we haven't reached that point yet, and ideally we probably won't, but we'll see. Alright, so we've already gone from 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 is already here, so let's go to 6. So 6 is not going to be there, 6 not there. Oh, 6 is already here. Silly me. Anyways, so 6 is already there, so let's go to 7. 7's not going to be in those, 7 can't be in those, so that's got to be our 7. And look at that, that's just going to start off a nice little chain reaction, isn't it? Because we just erased the only other place the 2 could go, which means the 2 has to be here. And likewise, we just erased the only other place that the 1 could go, which means the 1 has to be here. And so, since there's just 1 square left, we just have to figure out, process of elimination, what number is missing, and that is going to be number 4. And looky there, second subsquare complete. Ooh. Alright, let's go ahead and move up to this one. So, we already have 1, 2, 2 can't be these, 2 can't be these, so here's our 2. 3, 3 can't be these, 3 can't be these, so 3's going to be one of these. Not sure which yet. 4's already here. 5 can't be these, so that's going to be our 5. And that pretty quickly answered the question of where the 3 is going to go, didn't it? And just like before, that just leaves 1 number missing. We're going to go ahead and put that 8 in. Look at that. Alright, making good progress. Alright, moving on to this square. So, we've already got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. So 4 can't be there, 4 can't be there. So that's all we know now. So 4 is going to be one of these 2. Don't necessarily know which one yet. Moving on to 5. Okay, 5 can't be there. Can't be these, so it's got to be 5. 6 we already know. moving on to 7. 7 can't be there. 7 can't be there. That is all we know at the moment as far as 7 is concerned. So we're just going to make notes. Next is number 8. So 8 can't be there. And 8 can't be there. So 8's got to be here. All right. Look at that. That means this is our 4. And that means this is our 7. Ah, yay. Oh, so much good progress already. All right, so let's go ahead and take what we've learned and apply it down to these first 2 squares that we started with. So, quickly, we can go ahead and use this 7 to determine that this cannot be a 7. So that leaves only this place left for the 7 to be. Nice. All right. Similarly, let's look for the 7 here. So this 7 that we now know tells us 7s can't be there. The 7 tells us that's not the 7, so this has to be the 7. And just like before, that's going to chain reaction here. So now we know this has to be the 8. And we know this has to be the 2. And that's one more sub-square down. That is a horrible looking 2. Let me try that again. That was bad. That was pretty rough. There we go. Much better. Alright, so what's missing here? Looks like just 3 and number 8. And we know for a fact, so 8s can't be here. So this is going to have to be the 8. And likewise, this is going to have to be the 3. Ah, look at that, look at that. Alright, so all that's left now is the squares with 2 givens in each of them. But we can use all of this knowledge that we've learned from solving all these squares, and that should really hopefully help us narrow down. So I'm also going to use a bit of a different method a little bit here too. So so far we've been applying, kind of utilizing that rule, right, that numbers can only show up once in each subsquare. We've also kind of been utilizing the whole row column thing, but not quite in this way, what I'm about to show you. So now we can do that process of elimination idea using the rows and columns, right? So for instance, let's take this row here. We've got 1, 2, we're missing 3. We've got 4, 5, 6, we're missing 7. Nope, we're not. We got 7, so we're missing 3 and 8. Alright, so we know that these have to be 3 and 8. At least that's where they, those have to be in these places in this subsquare. And then given that, well, what? We know 3 can't be here, so that's going to have to be the 8, and that's going to have to be the 3. Alright, let's try that same idea again. So this time we'll go with this column here. We don't have the number 1. We also don't have the number 4 either. And same thing, look, this tells us the 1 can't be there, so the 1's here, and that means the 4 is here. Alright, doing that, now we've just got this row here, which is only missing one thing, so whatever's missing is going to be here. So, 4, looks like 5. And same idea with this column here. Just missing 2. And now we're down to, all we're missing is one thing in this square, and that is our 9. Right into the middle. Look how quick and easy that was. We love it. Okay, similarly, we've got some rows here that have all but one number, so one is 3. This one is 7. Making good progress. Alright, so let's go with this column here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're missing 5 and 9. The 5 can't be here, so the 5 is going to be here. That makes this the 9. Alright, do the same thing with this column. We are missing 1 and 3. 3 can't be here, so this is the 1, and this is the 3. Oh, we're getting close, we're getting close. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just go row by row. So 1, we're missing 2, and we are missing 4 in this row. And we are also missing those in this sub-square, so that's good. The 2 can't be here, so it's going to be here, which makes this the 4. Alright, same idea. So we're missing 1, and we are missing 7. 1 can't be here, so the 7 goes there. And same idea, this is the 1. Alright, last square. Alright, so we're missing 5 and 6. 5 can't be here, so that's a 6. And that makes us the 5. And we are missing 2 and 4. 4 can't be there, this is the 2, and that makes us the 4. And look at that. Now, I could obviously go ahead and look up the answer in the back, but, you know, if you have correctly logicked your way to the solution, you know, there really isn't any, I guess, mystery, so to speak, in whether this is correct, right? You know, we made sure that we never guessed, right? You know, a well-designed Sudoku, you should never have to guess. You should be able to use what's given to you to deduce where all of the missing numbers go. And by doing that, you know, we know that there's no instances of, you know, the same number in rows multiple times or in columns or in squares, just based on the way that we solved it. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. That was a nice light solve. Perhaps I'll do some more of these. I fell in love with these puzzles back when I was in elementary school, and dabbled in them every now and then, you know, as time has gone on. Haven't had the time to really do them that much, so I don't know that I'm quite as fast as I used to be, but obviously it's not a race. So yeah, anyways, thanks for joining me for this little puzzle ASMR experience, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day or whatever time it happens to be for you. Goodbye.